Fuck me.
The stag killed the turkey at last. Nature's healing.
So this is a 13-page document. I don't know if I want to read the entire thing.
I do want to make mention, I was reading through on the screen. I love the fact that you're right at the point where the retard admits that it's fair use. According to the plaintiff, Creetosis and some friends of his watched 2 of plaintiff's YouTube videos in their entirety. Literally every second of them. Plaintiff alleges that if you cut out all the portions where Creetosis is talking, you would have a verbatim copy of the retrospective.
That is such a fucking stupid argument.
Oh my god!
Remember everyone, 3 years ago, this was Retard Thorn's fucking argument that, yeah, it's totally fair use, but if you cut out all the fair use, it's not fair use anymore.
Also, he won the he won the petard retard competition. The live streams also feature plaintiff himself participating in the chat, responding to criticisms of the retrospective, and thus making it more transformative.
Yep.
Yep.
Because again, the stream chats and everything were there. Good job.
Thank you, Acer Thorn, for helping make my stream more transformative. I do appreciate that. And you know what? It really means a lot when a friend can come in handy like that. So, thank you, buddy. I do appreciate it.
And I really like this one thing that the court did say about you. Speaking of stag, quote, they also disagree with the philosophical concept of what it means to disagree with factual contentions within a creative work. Debating with plaintiff regarding the meaning of objective claims. Yes, objective versus subjective argument is a court win.
Wait, the judge literally watched it and was like, wait, no, the funny goat man's right.
To be fair, it was probably a court clerk that had to, like, give the judge cliff notes, because we're talking about fucking, what is it, like 19 hours of streaming?
The court has reviewed in full the videos. I'm like, oh, that's why it took so long.
The clerk literally is like, oh boy, I get to review the funny goat man. It's like they don't even know what the fuck a VTuber is. They're just sitting and watching.
Why did it take 3 years for you to solve this? Well, I was watching the Creetosis video. Like,
Judge White sitting there in the chair with the Clockwork Orange eye stuff on. The clerk's dripping stuff into his eyes. Keep going, I can take it.
Court clerk had to watch 19 hours, and Google's attorneys had to watch it. You are a war criminal. Look, I'm not going to shit talk our own streams. I do think those are very good streams if you're interested in the content. That said,
it actually is.
That said, I am terribly, terribly sorry to YouTube's lawyers and to the court clerk and judge and anyone else working on this case that had to watch 19 hours of live stream to fucking deal with this. I am sorry. You guys did not deserve that.
Can I just say,
like I said,
blessing you didn't get banned then if they had to watch the live shit. That means they approve of you.
I'm sorry.
But no, remember, YouTube's lawyers legitimately said this is the textbook definition of fair use. This could be a case study in fair use. And now,
which is what I've been saying since the start too.
Yeah, but now that this has all gone through, yes, this can actually be used as precedent.
There are going to be court cases related to fair use, and they are going to go all the way back to this. And we'll have to.
Yes.
It is. I just want you to know, it is very possible that someone in a classroom somewhere that has to study fair use will eventually find this in like however many years. And watch us talking about a turkey gobbling like hot dog munching retard. Like
worse. Oh no, it's gonna be worse. I can imagine it right now. Class, for your final, you'll review the entire 19 hours of the legendary action on the live stream. And
well, was it the accidental?
That's right.
Like I said,
no, they'll have to combine them. It's like so you can determine what fair use actually is. We will have a full syllabus here.
It's
Cree calling Acer a faggot is going to be cited in Harvard papers. A very special message for David Stabbins, Acer Thorn. I would like to thank you for immortalizing me in copyright law.
of the vexatious.
It's not. Hold on.
litigants
Hold on. It's not my backup.
Is
Yeah,
not.
I thought
Oh,
it is back up.
That's something I really need to be fucking clear about, because that's one of the things he's trying to sue me over in the other case. Oh, he just reloaded them to his backup channel. I put a strike against that channel, so that strike and the 2 to his original channel should be enough to take him down permanently. No, that is not my channel. I did not back those up. Those are someone else.
I
oh,
wouldn't be
that's someone
surprised
else.
if he put it up
Okay, I
himself
wasn't
under a
aware
ghost
of that.
account.
Okay. Should we actually start reading this? Because it's been an hour.
No, I
not
know,
an
I
hour,
know.
but-
It's almost been an hour. We've been going through this slowly just because there is so much to talk about and answering people's questions in chat and everything.
Anyways, yeah, this is the great bit here. It's like, without getting into all the jargon, plaintiff contends he will be unable to locate the individual defendants unless YouTube's motions is stayed. That's a non sequitur. The court denied your motion for a subpoena without prejudice. You can do it again if you do so in good faith. By the way, you need to ID this guy yourself. Get on it.
Creetosis' copying of the retrospective is fair use. Get fucked, Acerthorn.
Yep.
That's disgusting.
Plaintiff alleges that Creetosis violated Section 106 of the Copyright Act by airing the live streams. To establish a claim for infringement, plaintiff must allege ownership. The alleging infringer violated at least one exclusive right granted. Plaintiff establishes both elements, and Creetosis and YouTube may nevertheless avoid liability if the infringement was fair use. The
I have
parties...
to point out something here regarding copyright law.
Yeah.
Fair use is a defense, but it does not prevent a lawsuit. So, yeah, even if you're going to do a review or whatever, somebody can still drag you into court. You still have to defend yourself. That's why it was so important YouTube jumped in here.
I want to grab the super chat too. I will grab all the other super chats as well. It's just this one is very relevant right now. $10 from Tom the Cat. Thank you. I hope none of you have had any legal expenses fighting this. If you have, put this towards it. So again, another message for my dear friend Acerthorn. I have not had to spend a cent on this lawsuit. I have not had to lift a finger to win this lawsuit. Get fucked.
Absolutely. Fuck.
Would you have if YouTube didn't jump in?
Well, no. But
It's possible.
but
Very
YouTube
possible.
YouTube did jump in.
Yeah.
And I get to keep
YouTube
my
jumped in
anonymity.
because Acerthorn. Let me go back.
The spirit of Acer is in this video.
And I'd like to cover this bit about the fair use stuff that's on screen right now.
Yeah, that is what I was wanting to get down
yeah.
to.
Yeah, transformative use is the biggest single factor. It outweighs any other. And mind you, all of this is kind of a weighting issue, which is why fair use always basically has to go before a judge, because a judge has to look at all the little fiddly bits. There is no bright line separation. But how transformative it is actually reduces the importance of the other ones. So even if you're actually making, this is not legal advice, but even if you're making a little money somehow, it's like that. How transformative is it though? In this case, the court actually noted that money was coming in from super chats, so some money was being made on it, but it was massively transformative. And a lot of that, a lot of those were not even related to the stream. It's just like, hey, I like your work, blah. So that very slightly or neutrally moved the needle. So this is why when we're laughing at Acerthorn for helping make it more transformative, it's like, yes, this is the biggest single pillar out of the four, and he actually helped out a little there.
Yeah, let me
Amen.
just scroll down.
Also, by saying, it says right there, plaintiff's prior admission live streams are highly transformative.
The court need not rely on plaintiff's admission, however, because the transformative nature of the works is evident in the live streams themselves. As YouTube points out, Creetosis and the other commentators in the live stream air the retrospective for seconds at a time before pausing to respond and critique the retrospective. Plaintiff's retrospective is a 90-minute video which provides plaintiff's analysis and opinions regarding Fallout New Vegas. The live streams, on the other hand, together constitute more than 14 hours of commentary on Plaintiff's retrospective, as well as several additional hours regarding other videos produced by Plaintiff and his comments thereon. While Plaintiff sought to critique the video game, Creetosis and the commentators in the live stream criticized Plaintiff's videos, not Fallout New Vegas itself. The court even points out numerous timestamps where we criticize different things, which is pretty neat.
No, and this is actually important. It's like you're talking about transitions between video clips, color correction. You're actually making commentary about even his choice of how he does his edits.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the New Vegas live stream was when I had to ask the question, can you make the UI white? Because that's very strange as an option. And then the chat was all like, "Oh, you're just being way too picky." It's like, I'm just curious. It's odd that it's an option. And then we noticed that the colors kept changing. And then we found out it's because he stole other people's, he took other people's videos because, as he said himself, it was totally fine for him to take other people's videos because Bethesda and Obsidian own the copyright, not them.
He creatively adapted.
Yes, that is what he said. And I was like, that's fucking incredible. Me noticing that the UI was white actually led down a rabbit hole of me being fucking right that he took somebody else's content. Fucking great.
I also remember, it wasn't just chat that was naysaying you on that. Even I was like, come on, Setch, that's not important. It's just the UI color. It's not a big deal.
You doubt my power.
I did.
Now we all know that Setch is a Malkavian.
No, I am not Malkavian.
It's just Dragontism is toptism, that's all.
Yeah, dude, the number of times that we've had those moments of Jesus Christ, I really am psychic on Stag is fucking wild.
Also, here's a line Kelbeck mentioned earlier as well. They also disagree with certain factual contentions with which Plaintiff makes in his retrospective, and even the philosophical concept of what it means to disagree with factual contentions within a creative work.
Holy.
At Timecode, debating with Plaintiff regarding the meaning of objective claims.
I love this! I honestly do. Not just because of the objective
for
things.
A small person?
Okay, they waxed philosophical and actually went deep.
Yes.
And discussed the very meaning of objectivity versus subjectivity.
So essentially what Acer Thorne's entire platform was built on, as he himself said, was that because it's a form of art, there is no such thing as objectivity.
Yeah,
you cannot be objective. There is no thing. He can literally say whatever he wants, and it is allowed to be considered true because it's subjective.
It's the whole thing of everything is subjective. It's an argument you see a lot of people who are really fucking shit make to defend things the problems you have with this thing are subjective. Because this problem affected you more than it did me, that means it's subjective. And
or you know Oxhorn a lot.
Yeah,
Perhaps
people
I'm
like
tired,
him.
but I don't understand it.
So basically they're just saying there is actual substantive meaning to objective versus subjective, and Acer trying to muddy the waters is just a fucking moron. So basically it's legally put in that yes, there is objective and subjective. So if you try and wax philosophical, you are a confirmed retard, and the courts think you're retarded.
The live streams pause, rewind, and comment on Plaintiff's retrospective with the purpose of reviewing or mocking the video. This criticism is at the heart of fair use doctrine, and it would lose its meaning without reproduction of Plaintiff's video.
See Warhol.
Yep.
Again, I would also say see Ethan Klein's lawsuit as well.
Yeah. I think they do reference that in here as well. Further, watching the live stream is a fundamentally different experience than watching the retrospective. The retrospective is an edited video in which Plaintiff pieces together clips and overlays his commentary. The live streams instead feature the commentators' unedited and live reactions. The commentators' unrefined responses, frequent cross-chatter, and engagement with a live virtual audience contribute to the sprawling length of the videos.
Basically, because we went on tangents so fucking much, that actually helped us.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Acer actually looks like he's freaking out reading this.
The live streams were
Key brain can't compute.
The live streams were commercialized as throughout the live streams, viewers sent several $100s to Creetosis via super chats. However, it is apparent from the live streams that plaintiffs' videos were incidental in generating the revenues. Indeed, many of the super chats did not refer directly to plaintiffs' content at all, but rather served as a way for an audience member to have a comment about their day or about a video game read live on air. Or, I guess read live on air.
Red, that's great.
Yeah, I derped on that. I drive truck all day for work, so they don't care. $5 to say, Victor is an anomaly like Yes Man. Wait, was this one yours?
No, because I spelled better than that anyways. But no, I just threw in the thank you as a joke because it's always the line.
I'm willing to...
Thank you from...
Yeah. Sorry, I derped again. I'm willing to bet he's where Benny got that program for Yes Man. $5 chat to say, after this, I'm doing a Monty Python and Venture Bros binge to unwind.
Now note that even so, there's still a slightly against a finding of fair use because it still brought in money, but it's incidental, so it's extremely minor.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had no transformative content, this would have been enough to tip.
Yeah, if
you had done the Hassan Piker thing.
Or the XQC thing. Yeah.
Yeah, where he's having a seat doing the review.
Or if you did a Denim's Frogan and Caseytron thing where you openly admit to intentionally trying to take someone's revenue away.
Yeah, let's
holy shit, yeah.
At that point the court is like, oh, transformative, fuck off. That's
Dude, that's fucking those laws.
That's when that one pillar goes way up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they had to play the games you're talking about for context? No.
That would have been fantastic, though.
If they fucking played the games, holy shit. That's why it took 3 hours, because the clerks were trying to 100% Fallout New Vegas in 3.
Yeah. Well, actually, the motion to dismiss was filed in February, so that's, let's say, March, April, May, June, so 4 months. You know what? Yeah, Judge White was playing Fallout New Vegas for the 4 months, is he? Oh, yeah.
He was clearly doing an NCR playthrough.
He was trying to find... he was trying to find all of the holotapes.
He was off of the NCRF just trying to gun down all of them.
he was trying to find the snow globes so he could get the money from House. Second factor, fair use. Nature of the copyrighted work. The more creative the original work, the less likely that copying will be fair use. Likewise, unpublished works are entitled to greater copyright protection than published works. YouTube contends that the retrospective is informal, not creative in nature, and thus far from copyright protection. Plaintiff claims that the retrospective is a creative work, which lies close to the heart of copyright protection. The court previously found that, although it is a close call, the retrospective contains sufficient originality to be entitled to copyright protection. Although it's a close call, it contains enough to be close.
Yeah,
close enough.
It's what Acer Thorne's content was just barely past the bar of what is known as creative.
Cree, I beg you, let me read the third paragraph when we get to it.
Which one's the third one? What does it start with?
Plaintiff argues that this...
Okay, yeah. Even so, the retrospective's purpose is informational in nature. The retrospective uses clips and commentary to communicate plaintiff's view of Fallout New Vegas, as well as descriptions of plot options and graphics. While plaintiff presented his opinions on the game Dark Souls in the live stream, the work is undoubtedly more informational than creative. As such, the copyright protection is thin. Go ahead, Emily.
Listen to this, chat. Plaintiff argues that this factor should nevertheless weigh in his favor because the retrospective was unpublished. YouTube argues that plaintiff is incorrect on the law, and that by posting the retrospective on YouTube for public dissemination, plaintiff published the video. I want you to know one thing, chat. The phrase, YouTube argues that plaintiff is incorrect on the law, is... I am willing to bet something that legitimately keeps Acer Thorne up at night, because one of the things that he openly brags about is quite literally him knowing the law. He is so law informed. In fact, he had a page on what is it, Fiverr or something?
Didn't he claim to be a
Guru.
paralegal at some point?
Yeah, he
Yes,
claimed to
he
be a
did.
paralegal and was selling services on, I believe it was Guru.
Yes,
Oh,
as a
Guru, right.
paralegal. And
Yes, as
it
a
even had
paralegal.
links from his videos to it, which like he mysteriously vanished after.
And you want to know
we
why?
found it
Because
out.
he accused everyone of doxing him. He said, you're all a bunch of doxers, but then he linked to his Guru page, which had his real name in it. It's
and
like,
all
how'd
the
you find out
information and
about...
everything.
Yeah, and all the information. It's like, how'd you know my real name? You're a doxer. Because you linked to it, you fucking idiot. But
You
yeah,
made your information public because you're trying to sell services?
and okay.
You know,
How
That's
many
kinda
people
dumb
do you
to do
think
that.
want to hire a non-paralegal?
Yeah.
Anyway, the court agrees with YouTube. Sorry. The court agrees with YouTube. Finding plaintiff exploited its commercially valuable right of first publication by putting its images on the internet for paid subscribers. In replacing the retrospective on YouTube, plaintiff disseminated the video to be shared and reshared. Skipping ahead a little bit. However, ... when a work is posted to platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, the creator loses the ability to control either duplication or further distribution of his or her work. Indeed, the fundamental purpose of social media platforms such as Twitter and Instagram is for viewers to share and reshare content posted by creators such as plaintiff. Accordingly, the factor weighs in favor of fair use.
Yes, because it's kind of like, how do you define publication and not include this?
Yes. Like what wild and wacky bizarro world Looney Tunes fucking Olympic level mental gymnastics are you going to put forth to the court that somehow says publishing your video on a multimedia platform for other users to watch and share is not in fact publishing your work?
Well, he quite literally tried to argue that. I shouldn't have skipped this, but he literally said, I'm pretty sure he tried to argue that it's making it available on YouTube doesn't mean you can get a copy or whatever.
No, what he
what?
was arguing is that putting it on YouTube is not actually publishing it. Because I think what he was going after is unpublished works have greater protection.
Yep.
And, like, it's just him being a little shit, essentially.
I'm sorry,
Also,
what?
just... What?
I just how does that work? That doesn't make
Oh,
any sense.
okay.
To me.
Yeah, it
Let's
doesn't
say
make
we
any
were just talking-
sense.
Okay, I'll explain to you real quick. Unpublished basically means that you've written something. Now, copyright dates not from when you publish, but from when you create. So there's a period in between when you create and when you may try to put it out to the public. That's what literally publishing means. You're putting it out to the public. It's so if you just have it like on your own hard drive, you don't put it out there anywhere, or you have a manuscript that's just sitting in a drawer somewhere, it's unpublished. Somebody comes along, finds your hard drive, finds your manuscript, and decides, I'm going to go ahead and publish it. Well, they violated your rights because you had the right to put it out there for the first time, which is also going to likely be the most profitable, the first edition of your work published. That's why there's extra protections for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that, but like, is he saying that like by unpublishing a video, by like unlisting it or
Nope.
something?
No,
that-
no,
Nope,
No.
no. He's saying that
Okay.
putting it to YouTube does not count as publishing.
How?
Yeah.
If it
'Cause
was
he's
private,
retarded.
Sure. If it was private, sure. If it's unlisted, maybe. But like, if it's out there in the public, is published. That's how you. It literally says hit publish in order for
Yeah.
the video to go live.
I think he may have been using the TARD logic that I've heard from a bunch of other people that electronic publishing doesn't really count. That for some dumbass reason it has to be in physical format. It's like
No.
that was true
Here's
maybe
what-
50 years ago.
Here's what he was using, Calbeck. He wasn't publishing, he was traveling. He's a traveler.
Anyways.
Don't apply to me.
A sovereign streamer.
Just very quickly too, there is one thing I missed in that first part with the transformative element, and that's what they say right at the very end. In sum, the live streams are highly transformative works. their transformative nature outweighs their commercialism. This factor weighs sharply in favor of fair use.
That you can hear him seething from where you are right now, can't you, Cree? I can hear him coping, seething,
No, I
molding,
can-
and dilating for good measure all the way.
Yeah, I was gonna
all the
say,
way
I
from
can hear it.
across
I
the
hear
ocean.
To me, really, what's great about this is so many fair use cases have been basically edge cases. This one is damn near close to bright line.
We are not edging with this case, that is for sure.
So, God.
In that case, a district court in the Southern District in New York found that a reaction video was not a market substitute, despite copying 3 minutes and 15 seconds of the 5-minute and 24-second original video. The defendants, like Creetosis, played the plaintiff's video for seconds at a time before pausing the video to comment. After reviewing both videos, the court held, it's clear to the court that the Klein video does not serve as a market substitute for the Haas video. Anyone seeking to enjoy Bold Guy v Parkour Girl on its own will have a very different experience watching the Klein video, which responds to and transforms the Haas video from a skit into fodder for caustic, moment-by-moment commentary and mockery.
I like how they actually shorten his name because they don't even want to deal with writing that out.
The court finds Haas persuasive and directly on point. Here, the live streams spend more than 14 hours criticizing the retrospective, and the live stream videos together exceed 19 hours in content. Anyone seeking to watch the live streams would have a fundamentally different viewing experience than a person seeking to watch the retrospective. The live streams do not merely play the retrospective straight through. Instead, they rewind and reply, pause, and talk over the retrospective video as the panelists engage with each other and with commenters. Then a bunch of time codes referring to such. The live stream also features plaintiff himself participating in the chat and responding to criticisms of the retrospective. Plaintiff debating with the moderators about an analogy to another game and using footage from another channel. This criticism of debate and regarding the retrospective serve a different purpose and provide a significantly different viewing experience, and thus does not serve as a market substitute for the retrospective itself.
See, chat, so you guys talking, engaging with us, makes things transformative.
Live
Now,
streams
don't be
are
doing
not
that now.
the live streams are not a market substitute for the retrospective. Because the fair use factors weigh strongly in favor of fair use, the court holds that the live streams are fair use and do not infringe on the retrospective as a matter of law.
Yep.
Once again, get fucked, Acer Thorn.
Again, this is now precedent.
And it's very timely considering what's going on in the Klein versus.
Dude, do you think this could get referenced there?
I am willing to bet because, like I said, this is damn near bright line, and
Yes.
their videos that are in question are literally just like walking off, doing nothing, absolutely minimal engagement, and even outright saying we're doing this to get the guy's money.
Here, the plaintiff claims that the live streams copy literally every single last second of the retrospective. The court finds after its review the live streams that this claim is not literally true, as the live stream skips some seconds of the retrospective when the commentators rewind and fast forward the retrospective. The live streams also emit video clips, which the commentators worried were themselves unlawfully copied by plaintiff.
I love that. It's like you're showing due diligence, and the court's recognizing it.
Minimizing retrospective from broadcast due to retrospective's use of clips from professional wrestling events. Because I remember, I still...
It was the dam.
The dam?
It was the NCR quest where you have to get the sniper, and for whatever reason, he cut to a fucking WWE match.
Well, yeah, but also I remember why I paused it there and took it off screen. Because back before TKS Mantis became a fucking shameless shill, he was doing a live stream and he got hit super fucking hard by the WWE right before we did the stream. It was like a couple weeks before the stream. So as soon as I saw like actual footage being used, I was like, whoa, no, that's going down. We can't risk that.
So yeah, so you were mindful of the concern. He
Yeah.
was not. The court actually says, it's like, you were doing stuff. You were doing stuff that somebody wanted to go after you. It's like, that wouldn't be defensible. Aww.
Anyways, for the foregoing reasons, the court grants YouTube's motion to dismiss and denies plaintiff's motion to stay. The court dismisses the remaining claims against YouTube and Creetosis with prejudice. It is
Which
so
is
ordered.
Fucking incredible.
Judge Jeffrey White coming out with the stuff. You shall not pass.